So we are testing the audio. So we are testing. All right, awesome. So the audio works. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Darcy from Captain Laser. And what we're doing today is we are creating some name tags using the Laserbox. Um, so what we're gonna try to do is change the name of the title. So I'm hopping over into YouTube Studio to see if I can change it there. Right now I have the live stream. Doesn't look like there's anything. Okay. Live on video. Darcy learns how to stream. Cool, cool, cool. My brother would say. So I think I'm gonna have to fix this mic because it cuts out sometimes, and I'm not always gonna be looking this way, to talk. So we'll see how that works. Alright, let's see if there's anything in OBS that I can do to help fix this. Stop streaming, auto stop. Settings, I think that's just OBS settings. Stream, Captain Laser. Not that. Scene, check. Tool. No. Docs. Stat. View. Stat. Edit. Alright. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to restart this computer. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it is better. But it was going pretty slow before. Alright, so channel didn't get any views in the last 28 days. Thank you. Alright, dashboard, upload, content, because you can see it. Videos, videos, playlist, channel. Alright. Alright, whatever. We just won't be able to spell create. But so here's the issue. Right. I'm subscribed to my own channel. I want to change the title. Alright, fine. We'll go to Google. Change the title of a YouTube live video. Go to my channel. So, do captions work? Who knows? Alright, we're just gonna get into it, and, yeah. So, I'm gonna turn off this monitoring, because it's tough for me to talk fast. Alright, so here we go. So today what we're doing is we're making name badges, and these name badges have names on them, they have titles on them. I got a bulk of the work pretty much done, but what we're working on is actually creating the physical product. So you guys can see here we have all the name badges that we're gonna do. We're gonna do, what is this? 4, 7, 20, 14 of them. So I have this set up in a specific way, and I'll explain why when we get into the Laserbox software. So this on the side is the end product of what we're going to create. I have 2 layers here. I have the text, so I'm going to hide the text for a second. So that's all of that over there, and I'll explain the difference. And then I have the actual design, which is layer 2. And what the difference is I can go and click in here and change the name, right? I can change it to whatever I want. Obviously, that's not what I want. We'll undo that. But over here, I cannot do that. All I can do is really nothing. Which is good. Because to work with the... Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, escape that, please. Thank you. So to work with the Laserbox software, what you have to do is convert your text to outlines. And let me just try to undo what I did. Okay, great. So that's what I've done here. I took these and I moved them. We separated the outline, and I'll explain why when we get into the Laserbox software. But so I created the outlines of the text there, so that really you guys can use any text, because it's not the actual text that you're using, it's just the outline of that text, which is actually pretty cool. So this is our file, and we're going to do a little bit of a test first, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. But we're going to do a little bit of a test first to make sure that we got the sizing right, and then we'll go ahead and do one of these, and we'll see if that works. And if that works, we will go on to the other 13 of them at that point. So what we want is we want to be able to move all this stuff into the Laserbox software. So really what I'm using is Illustrator, and in order to design effectively in Laserbox, you need to do it in another program and bring it into the Laserbox software. You know, and you guys let me know, but I have not found a good way to design in the Laserbox software. The most I do there really is just some kind of testing, testing to see how the laser box will cut through paper, stuff like that. So really your design work, I find, is best if you do it in another program. There are free ones out there. Procreate, I forget. I know there's a bunch of them. For me, I use Adobe Illustrator. I went to school for that, so I've learned it and I understand it. But what we want to do is we want to make it the file in Illustrator so that it will be read effectively in the Laserbox software. And I'm going to talk you through that, by a tip that is out there on the internet that I learned that I'd like to pass on to you guys that are watching this video. So I'm going to save this AI file, the Illustrator file. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File and then Export. Your menus might be a little bit different depending on what version you're using or what software, but the goal is to export this as a DXF file. So see if your software can do that. But we go to export, and what's going to happen is this screen is going to pop up. Give it a second because it doesn't like to work all the time. And we want to, export, and then you're going to go to save as, and then this is a AutoCAD interchange file. Don't worry about what that means because I don't know what that means, but I know that I want to save it as a DXF file. So that's the one I click on. I save because I already have it saved. It's going to ask me if I want to replace it. I do. And then this is the important part here. So this is going to pop up with a window and it says DXF export options. And because the Laserbox is using the metric system, this is where it gets a little funky because our artwork scale right now is 1 inch to 1 unit, whatever that unit may be. What we're going to do is we're going to change the drop down here to millimeters. So now you guys see why it's so small all the time, because Laserbox is reading it in millimeters. We need to set our unit on a 1-to-1 scale. So the scale right now, if we didn't change anything, would be 25.4 to 1. All right, super tiny. So we're going to change this number to 1. So it's 1 millimeter to 1 unit. And all the other options there are fine. We're going to click OK. And then that's going to save and it's going to do what it needs to do. So now let me show you in the Laserbox software. Oh, good. And that actually did pull up. So, but don't worry, we're going to delete everything. So that's what we're going to get to. We'll get there. Don't worry. So we're going to go up here. You're going to go to import. Import might be a little bit different on your screen. I know they keep changing it, but it is that file folder. And we're going to open, and you're just going to navigate to where you saved that DXF file. The Laserbox will know that it exists and will say, hey, that's what we want. We're going to open that, and now this is where it's asking, this is at DXF, the setting that we did. Please select the unit of measurement. I use the metric. It's not that the imperial is wrong or bad, but it's just that I know this software is designed with the metric system, so I'm going to stay there. So I click OK. Usually there isn't a huge difference there that I've found. Maybe other people have, but I have not. So it's going to take a second, and don't worry, because it's getting there. All right, so then it asks, this image exceeds the canvas. Do you want to scale it? No. Depending on your design, it probably won't ask you this, but the way that I have my file set up, it is, and you'll see why. So now it's bringing in everything, right? So every single thing, and I don't need everything because you guys see how this is my file, and I'll click back onto Illustrator right now, right? Illustrator looks like this. It has, this one on the side, except on Laserbox, it doesn't have the text in there, right? Because we just talked about the text, and the text, you can't get the text unless you do convert outlines, and we did convert outlines on these guys. So that's great. There's a reason that these need to be separate, because when you go into Laserbox, and I'll show you real quick before we clean this up, I can click on this and select it, but if I click on this, I select both of those things, and I can't just click on the inside part. The inside part I actually don't want to be cut. I want to be engraved. So that's why I have the word and this inside part separate from here, because then I can work with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this, and I'm going to move it up because we don't need any of this stuff on the side here. So this, all we're doing is going through and cleaning the file. All I'm doing is clicking Control A to select all. I can use my space to drag this around, but I'm just highlighting these ones that I don't need. You'll see the white is kind of the working area that, you know, whatever it is, 12 by 20 or whatever size you got. So this is kind of what we're going to be working with. This top one up here, I'm not going to do. And we'll click delete on that. But now what we can do is we can kind of work with these ones. So I'm going to work on the names and things here. And this is a trick, again, that you know about, but you don't. So we're going to go up here in the design side of this. And you guys see how, and maybe you can't, so I'll zoom in a little bit for you, but any of these words or these letters, they're the outline. We do not want that, okay? What we want is a solid letter, right? Like we had in Illustrator. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this fills, right? And that is going to kind of reverse it. So you guys can see these ones on the left here are not filled. These ones on the right are. And this is starting to look better. It's starting to look more like what we have here. Okay. So we're going to do these ones on the left. We're going to click fills on that. But now we have this weird and interesting problem of these don't look like how we want. These are just lines, so we want to fix that. So I'm going to zoom in to fix that. And you got to click a little carefully, but depending on your design and what you have, you might not have to do this. So this is just me taking the stuff from Illustrator, putting it in Laserbox, the software, and cleaning it up. Okay. Maybe one day you guys can get to the point, and maybe I'll get to the point where I don't have to do any of this cleanup, but for right now, this is how I clean up my files, so that the Laserbox can understand them. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to shift click, and if you guys see, I can highlight that box. That's what I want, because I know I've done this before. And then I'm just going to click fills and no. So now this is looking great. This is what we want. This is exactly the same that we have here in Illustrator. And that looks good. Okay, we'll get to this round thing in a second. Because we're going to use that as a test for testing the size and making sure that's good. So let me just go through and do this on all of these. Hold shift. You guys can select multiple and then unfill. All right. All right, so while we're going through here, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Always interested in questions, you know, just as much as, whoa. just as much as you guys have questions, and you know, I'm here to help you. It always helps me by, you know, thinking through things differently, which everyone does. So you know, ask a question if you have it. If not, just keep jamming with me. Ooh, we are not ready for that yet. So you guys see this kind of gets a little bit picky on what you do, and don't worry about that because you always have that undo option. I'm just hitting Control Z or Command on your Mac. So you guys always have that ability to undo. All right. So we're just going through these. And once we're done, then we'll talk a little bit more about how the design is working. Because this is where we get into cutting versus engraving. And what everyone thinks everything should be. Alright. To mow. And we're done. You know, some of this clicking, I know it's tedious. I'm sure there might be a better way, but for right now, this is the easy way. All right, awesome. So we got everything now. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit by hitting Control minus on my keyboard. And you guys can see that this now really does, and we'll zoom out here too, really does look like, you know, what we have in Illustrator. Okay, so that's good. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna go to flat surface mode. So we're in design mode. Everything's gray in design mode. Then you highlight it's blue. In flat surface mode, you'll see the orange and you'll see the purple. Sometimes there's other colors, but right now all I want you to think about is cutting and engraving. So you usually, you know, the next step is to move this circle over, right? But what we want to do first, because the circle is what we're cutting, and then everything inside we're engraving. Okay, and I'll show you the product of what we're engraving on. But we want all of this to be engraved. So I'm going to select all of that. And it is already selected here. But because some of those items here are purple, we want to engrave them. So we want all of them to be orange. Okay? So you guys see the difference on the left and the right again. Okay? And engrave those as well. So now this is looking fabulous. I hope. We'll find out. And what I want to do is I want to take these and we're going to, and this is just by eye. I can hold shift to make them move a little bit better. But what we want is we want the cut on the outside. And we can move this a little bit around. I think that looks great. And we're going to do the same thing down here. And move this over. I think that actually looks good. Let's see. Yep. All right. Awesome. So those all look good. We're going to move these over to the side a little bit. So we'll clean them up. Just the sizing of them, because you can fit 7. And if we can do that, that is what we want to do. I'm leaving a little bit of room you guys can see up here, just, you know, half of that. Just to move over. All right. You guys can see down here. Oh, no, you can't. All right, here, let me turn this off for a second. All right, so you guys can see at the bottom there, it's in red because it's off the board. So once we move that up, you guys see how it changes colors. All right, then what we're doing is we're just taking the extra space off. If you hold shift, you can move it 10 times as much. Not really needed. Just a couple clicks will do, because it all adds up to be a lot. All right. And we're gonna move all of these back to the side. Okay. So yeah, if you guys really get into placements, you know, you could, you know, worry about that. Depends on the material that you're cutting, where you need to place the items. Most of the time it doesn't matter. Some of the times it does. So I'm gonna move these guys one by one just because we know kind of where. We just want them next to each other and underneath. There we go. Looking okay. And sometimes it does get a little bit trippy on what you're trying to select. You know, don't worry about that. Just worry about getting the things where you want. Remember, our friend Control Z is to undo. All right. So now that this is all set, and I know it's not all set, but I'm going to start talking first anyway. Now that it's all set, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little test to make sure that our sizing is right. Okay. Now we're not going to do a test with the material, even though we are. I know. So simple, right? What I want to do is I just want to do a size test. So I'm going to click on, not that. I'm going to click on this, Control C, Control V, and you guys see nothing really happen. But it did. If you look really close, you'll see there are two circles, two ovals there. So we got the oval of exactly what these are. What we're going to do right now is we're going to copy all of them and cut them. I know. Oh my gosh, they've just been cut. But this way, all right, we can have our own item. Okay. And we're going to see how big this is. So all I want to do is cut this oval. And I'll flip over. Oh, let me turn myself back on, because now I'm looking over at the camera and I can't see me. But I'll flip over to the laser so that you guys can see how it cuts. And all we're going to do... No, please do not exit. Thank you. All right. All we're going to do is just cut the oval out, just like we put on our sheet. So we're gonna hit this start button over here. And right now it's unable to connect, and that's totally fine because it's a little sleepy. So, and I do have to open the window because of the exhaust. So let me get that set up. I'll put you on the laser. All right, because watching, you guys will see it light up. All right, how'd you guys like the tour? I'm joking. All right, so if you heard that beep is a good sound. So now when we go back to Laserbox, right? Now we click that start button, okay, and try to connect. Next. Dun, 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 dun. It doesn't always like this. You know, for whatever reason, Laserbox has a difficult time. We futz with it a little bit. What I'm gonna do right now is unplug and plug back in. There's a switch on the back of the Laserbox, so let's see if that works. All right, because what is supposed to happen is there's a camera that you guys can see right there on the Laserbox, and it is just supposed to show you the tray in this Laserbox program, right? So you guys can kind of place it according. So what I did was I clicked the drop down, I clicked on Laserbox. So it's thinking, thinking is good. It said device failed. Let's try it again. All right, device connection failed. So let's try to add a device again. This was happening to me before. So I'm gonna make sure I have it connected. Oh, you wanna know what? I don't think I have it connected at all. So give me a second, let me find the USB cord. Alright, so I got the USB cord. I'm gonna try to plug that in. I don't even know where. That's the power. I shouldn't unplug that. I think I can unplug the white cord, yes. And bam. Already? Ah. That's the noises we like to hear. Most of the time. So now I think you guys can see up here that it looks connected. And you guys will hear some beeping. Hopefully, beeps are good. Device connection failed. I'm going to see if we can start and then go to connect now next. So we at least got it plugged in this time. That's what we need to do. Okay. I'm going to go turn it off, turn it on again. Because now that we got it plugged in, hopefully it'll... It's definitely recognizing something there. What it is, I don't know. But it is recognizing it. So... Connect. Ooh, okay, that was a couple beeps. Connecting to device. Please wait. I'm waiting. Failed. Great. Great. Try to go this way. Ooh, look at that. Look at that green check mark. And here we have our pink piece of paper. So like I said, there's a camera that's on the Laserbox. What it's trying to do is look down. So now you guys can see this purple. That's our cut line. Okay. For our laser, and you guys can see the pink paper there and there. So now what it wants us to do is enter a thickness. This got a little weird, but what I want to show you, and it's actually pretty cool. Let me just pull it up here. We got all of our bookmarks, but they did a material setting page on Xtool, which is a Laserbox company. So these are recommended settings. So you can do the Xtool D1 or the Laserbox. That's what I have. We're doing paper. Okay. It is not corrugated paper. It's not thick. It's really pretty much craft paper. We're going to cut it. So Let me just pull this here. And what it's gonna be at, I'm actually gonna put it on my other screen. What we're gonna do is let's just try the 70 grams craft paper. So thickness doesn't really matter. We're adding this new material. It's gonna be paper. It might or might not work. So to cut, they want a power of 22. I'm sorry, 12. 12. You want a speed of 3 milliseconds and 1 pass. That seems really, really slow. Like, that's fast. I don't understand. Raster, engrave, craft paper. I have a feeling. Let's see, yeah. I'm gonna put this up to 30. Even that I think is slow. Engrave, they want at 1580, 80, 1 pass. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work. This is obviously where you guys got to try. I'm gonna go over and sit with it because I can hit the button if the exhaust doesn't catch it. But this is gonna take 20 seconds. Track preview is not gonna really do much. Just gonna go in a circle. It's gonna go real fast. So I'm gonna send that. And let me switch you guys over to the laser. And I'm gonna go hit that magic button. We'll see what we get. Hopefully no fires. All right, so you guys can see that didn't really come out exactly how we wanted it. You know, it definitely it went too I don't know, I guess too slow. But all we needed that for was a test because we're not testing on the actual material yet. We'll get to that in a second. So this is what I wanted, and this is what I thought would happen, but I just wanted to make sure. So we're making name badges. So this is the oval that we cut out, okay? And then this, right, is the name badge itself. So the piece that I'm doing goes into that name badge. So I really just wanted to make sure that fit. And this does a pretty okay job of fitting. You guys can see that a little bit better there. So it does still move around a little bit. But I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to look at it a little bit closer. But I really do like how it fits in there. All right. So that's the goal. That's what we wanted to test, and we did that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to clear out our workspace and then Control V. And this is where we get a little bit upset. Okay. Because, let's see. Control V is okay. Give me a second. Let me close the lid. So I'm not sure if it was it didn't like the lid not being closed, because now I'm going to try to Go back and work in here, and even... Why are we frozen? Why are we frozen? Frozen, am I right? Alright, we'll figure this out. We will figure this out. Hope you like those sound effects. Come on. I don't know what to do. Alright, so it's not on my computer. So I'm gonna try to close the window of Laserbox and see that beep. That means the Laserbox software is not there. Unfortunately, because we had to close that, we're gonna have to redo everything. Yay! But it's not hard to do. So just bear with me. Listen to the music. Except I can't play music. We'll go on Twitch. We'll see what's up. There we go. Now we think we're connected. Alright. Here, let me show you what I'm doing. There we go. Alright. No, I do not want to exit you. Yeah. Firmware gets you scared. Remind me later. Thank you. Alright, cool. So, import. There's the steps that we did last time that we're going to do again. Name badges, that's our file. Remember, it's going to take a little bit of time. We're clicking OK. We like metric. It's going to take a little bit of time because it's a bigger file. If yours is smaller, it won't take that much time. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Am I getting repetitive? Now, it looks like nothing's happening, but it is. Don't worry, because it's going to come up. It's larger. Do you want us to shrink it? Come on, Laserbox. Don't prove me wrong. Oh my gosh. Image exceeds the canvas. Do you want to scale it? No, we do not. All right. We got our whole setup here. This is good. We're going to start cleaning it up. We're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. Control. Whoa, what did I control? Control A. Selects everything. Oh, cool. That's a star. We don't need stars. Well, we do, but not right now. All right. Go down here. Delete all of those. A little bit more. For the last one. Cool. Now we can control A. All right. This is where we got to do a lot of clickety clacks. So we highlight a row. And then we fills that, and we're gonna fills the other one. All right, now unfills. Ooh. Oh, okay. See, not bad, but not good either. Unfills. All right. Unfills. I don't know if there's a hotkey to uncheck that fills. It'd be nice if there was. Just saying. Oh, hello. Nope. We did not want that. Thank you. Control Z is your best friend. My best friend too, but he can be yours. Alright, we got that one. Oh, whew, that was close. We're gonna Control Z anyway, and we didn't need to. So let's see. Redo. Control Y. Redo is always like a... not that you don't believe it, but it, alright, fuck that. Dumb fuck. Okay, see, yeah, getting weird now. Control. Control what? Control what? Control. Thank you. We're gonna stop there. We're gonna do this. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do this again. Alright. Alright. You guys got any good stories? No? We'll see. Oh, again. There we go. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting it. All right. One column is done. On for the second one. All right. You know what? And this actually doesn't matter for a second here. Because, yeah, we're not going to do all of these. We're going to do one. We're going to start with one. So, what the hey? Let's start. All right. I'm going to just eyeball this. My eyeballs are good. Yes. I'm joking. I'm not. All right. That looks good to me. So, see, this got a little weird. Because, see, it's pretty thick there. So, what... Oof. What we're going to do is we're going to try to click all of those. And we want them filled. So there we go. So that'll hopefully get us a little bit better. I think this should be moved up. I like that. That looks good. All right. So now we go to flat surface mode. And oh my gosh, it's so shiny. Right? All right. So this is not exact. Don't quote me on this. What we're going to do is we're going to highlight it all. We're going to click engrave, and then we're going to click back on the circle. And we're going to cut that. But we need to add some more material. So add more material. This is roll mark. Gold. Plastic. There is metal. Yeah, that's fine with that. Let's see. On the website here. I'll pull it up so you guys can see. Let's see if there is anything here. White acrylic, black acrylic, leather, metal, wood, no, acrylic, fabric, rock, ceramic, and glass. Metal. Feel like I want to go with acrylic. And let's check out roll mark. Laserbox settings. Oh my gosh, did I do this before? Comprehensive laser setting guide. Download the reference. Laser reference. I really like the 8th time I've downloaded. All right. So this is a 40 watt. So I know that was weird, but it had to be done. All right, cool. So I'm not sure what product I got, honestly. So let's see. Okay. So, all right. Whatever. All right. So, to cut, we want the power to be pretty high. So, let's go to 50. We want the speed to be relatively slow. So, I like 24, 25. Yeah, that's good. Engrave. We do want the power to be high, but probably not as high as cutting. And the speed should go probably 2 times as fast. Let's see if that works. We're gonna save that. We're just gonna test this out. You guys can see that it's pretty spaced well there. Please set the what? Please set the speed and power on the graphic first. Okay. That's what I want. Aha. Yeah, that's what I want. That's good. And then that's good. Yep. Please set the speed and power on the what? I don't know what it wants me to do. Oops. We gotta go back to design. Yeah. Fills. Of course. Unfill that. Undo that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Better. Cool. Alright. So I just want to see, so we can set, because it wants us to. And then that guy. What graphic are they talking about? My gosh, this is confusing. Maybe it's not worth it. We're trying, though. We are trying. Sorry. Does anyone get real close with their microphone? Like, I love you. Like, feels nice, doesn't it? It feels different. Alright. Laserbox, we got that. Let's edit this. Let's see. This and this. Okay. Is that better? Ha! We gamed the system. So 11 minutes, 10 seconds. That is too long. I believe it took around 7 minutes for the other one. We're going to preview the track. It's going to go like that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So the name's going to be first, so we can check that. So we're going to want the speed faster. And then we're going to want the speed. Oh my gosh. Slow down to cut. Laser engrave. Go back to design mode to fill in the plate. Alright. Alright. Okay. So next. So that we want to cut. Alright. 6 minutes. Let's try it. This might be too light, but we're gonna try it. So let me flip over to the laser. So hopefully you guys can see a little bit. Let me see if I can reposition this camera. I'll put it inside because we're not gonna use the whole thing. And we can watch For the Fire. Alright, that only messed it up a little bit. So we do have to reset it over here because it's been canceled, but we're just gonna click go. Go. Oh no, we need to select the material. Alright, cool. Ooh, no way. see, this is, yeah. Okay, because we changed it here. So let's edit it here. We're gonna edit the name. And we're gonna make the cut faster. No, the power goes down for that, up for that. We're gonna make the speed go there. Okay. Let's see how fast it goes now. 11 minutes. No. No. This is where it gets confusing, because more power you do, the darker it's gonna be. So I don't want to go up in power that much. The speed really should be slower, so I really did like it there. The power here is low, but the speed can be faster. Let's try that. What do we think? What do we think? Alright, we're gonna let it go. We're gonna see what happens. I'm not 100% sure how this will work. Let's switch over to the inside the laser. It's a pretty nice view. I'm gonna hit the button and we'll come right back. Alright, so when you have the laser inside the camera, or the camera inside the laser rather, it yeah, see, I don't know if this is really working, but it's nice because you can watch it and see how it's responding, because right now it's just on the first name of Callie, so that really should be working out well. I don't think it is, so we definitely want engraving to go faster. It's honestly very weird. I'm gonna check on top to see if it's working. Luckily, you guys can't smell it, but I can. Alright, so while the smell is not fun, it's not smoking, which is very weird. We're gonna see how it comes out, and you guys will be the first to see. But anyway. About 6 minutes left. It lets you see that on the countdown. Not always accurate, but we'll see if it works. And it smells. Have I mentioned that? I do not want to exit. Yeah. Oh, wow. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Too many mix. Haven't heard that name in ages. Alright, after this comes out, I'm not going to stream the rest of it because it's just doing the same thing over and over again. Hopefully this one comes out good. It does look like it is, so... it definitely really does smell. So I gotta figure out the fan. Like, the light's on for the fan, but it doesn't sound like it's working. Usually it's louder in here, so... you just get a nice quiet hum. Even if you didn't want it. Oh my gosh, it smells. I don't understand why the fan isn't working. Alright, we have fan. Woo! Alright. Hopefully this is better. I don't know if it is. So now it really does get loud in here. Alright, so now on the computer it says it's 1 minute left. I don't believe that for a second. But hey, in 1 minute we'll find out for real. I mean, the smell went down a little bit, but it's still stinky. I mean, you gotta remember it is cutting plastic, so. Seven seconds left, and it hasn't even cut the oval. I don't think that's right. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Now it's going a little bit quicker. Now it's doing the edges. Okay, okay, here's the cut. Here's the cut. Bam. All right, let's finish. Let's see how it comes out. Definitely did not go all the way. Go all the way. Bacon was good. All right. So what I want to see is if we can just do the cut, and I'm just gonna do it again. All right, it's gonna be easier this way. But everything else honestly looked okay. Alright, so we're just gonna try to do the cut. Hopefully it's centered. Laserbox. Yeah. We'll see how it is. If it's not good, at least we got the fan to work. Alright. Come on.
Oh, you shithead. I didn't even know there was a thing.
It still smells. The fan is now blowing. You guys can't even hear the fan. That's good. Alright. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm not having good success. I'm not happy with how it smells. This will eventually get into its own video, so I want you guys to be aware of that and look for it. Who knows how long that's gonna take. Yeah, I love for the end of the month, but it's busy and I'm hungry. But I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching if you guys stopped by. I'm gonna go get some food. I said I'm hungry. And you know, thanks for the support. This is definitely a new endeavor, and I want it to be successful. And I can't do it without you. Alright guys, peace. Later, Mr. Gator.